Need more subscribers.
Okay, your worship, floor is yours.
Okay, thanks, Michelle. We'll do a roll call to start with.
Your worship, I can confirm that Chief Administrative Officer Clerk Michelle Casavecchia Summer and myself, Deputy Clerk Diana Wilson, are in attendance in the council chambers. For those participating by video conference, please answer present when your name is called. Mayor Manel,
Yes, present.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
Present.
Councillor Widner,
Present?
Councillor Moore, Councillor Moore, Councillor Cerna,
Present.
Councillor Lewis,
Present.
Councillor Galinsky,
Present.
Director of Fire and Emergency Services Brent Smith,
Present.
Director of Physical Services Matt Sweetland,
Present.
Director of Finance Arun Mohili,
Present.
Drainage Superintendent Bob Lopez.
Present.
That's everyone.
Okay, thanks, Diana. Disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof.
Yeah, I have one. Item D2, the Van Rugen petition and the Simpson drain.
Okay, so noted. Thanks, Mark.
Okay.
The minutes from July the 9th, were there any omissions? Being done, mover and seconder for those minutes, please.
I'll move.
Moved by Cerna, seconder.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Lewis, all in favor.
You're on, Diana.
Lori,
After vacation, come on. It's
that's
okay.
great.
Yeah.
Councillor Widner,
Oh yeah, stand up for her.
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore, Councillor Moore, Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes,
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
Yes.
carried.
thank you. Next, we'll move into a public meeting, so I need a mover and seconder to adjourn its regular meeting in order to concur the public meeting under section 34 of the Planning Act. So mover and seconder, please.
Jaguar, I'll move.
Jaguar and seconded by Lewis, all in favor.
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore, Councillor Moore, Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes,
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
Yes.
carried.
okay, so now we're into the public meeting. I'm going to mover and second the public meeting concerning the zoning bylaw amendment application of Nilam Holsteins, Jordan Valance, related to property located at Lot 3, Concession 11, be called to order at 7:37. Mover and seconder,
I'll move.
moved by Cerna,
Second.
seconded by Lewis, or Galinsky. All in favor?
Same head.
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore, Councillor Moore, Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky, Mayor Manel,
Yes,
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
Yes.
carried.
thank you. The purpose of this public meeting is to consider an application to change the zoning from the general agricultural A1 zone to rural residential RR zone and special agricultural A2 zone. Submitted by Nilam Holsteins, Jordan Valance, Part Lot 3, Concession 11, Geographic Township of South Dorchester, being 516655 Lions Line. Diana, can you advise and confirm the method date of notice, please?
Through you, your worship, notice of the meeting was given by publication in the Elmer Express on July 22nd and July 29th. In addition, affected property owners within 120 meters were sent a notice by prepaid first-class mail posted 20 days prior to the meeting.
Thank you. Michelle, can you give us an overview, please?
Yes, through you, Mr. Chair. This amendment is to change the zoning on a surplus farm dwelling lot proposed to be severed, which contains a single detached dwelling and 2 accessory buildings, which could be described as a garage and a barn. They would be from a general agricultural A1 zone to a rural residential RR zone to permit the use of the proposed lot for residential purposes. The lot comprises an area of 5,997 square meters or 1.5 acres, a frontage of 65.4 meters or 215 feet, and a depth of 91.7 meters or 301 feet. Zoning of the retained parcel comprising an area of 19.5 hectares, 48.1 acres, a frontage of 235.6 meters or 773 feet, and a depth of 653 meters or 2,142 feet is proposed to be changed from the general agricultural A1 zone to a special agricultural A2 zone to prohibit the construction of any new dwelling on the lot. The change in zoning is being requested to fulfill conditions for application for consent E8719, which was granted by the County of Elgin Land Division Committee.
Okay, thanks, Michelle. Is the applicant or the agent online for any information?
No, Your Worship, they're not in attendance this evening and haven't provided any additional comments.
Okay, Diana, was there any comments received from agencies or landowners?
Through you, yes, correspondence from the Catfish Creek Conservation Authority with no objections.
Okay, is there anyone online that has any objections? Anything from council? Okay, we'll move on. Mover and second of the public meeting relating zoning bylaw amendment application of Nilam Holstein, Jordan Valance relating to property located at lot 3, concession 11, be adjourned and council reconvene at 7:42. Mover and seconder, please.
I'll move it.
I'll move.
Widner and
I'll move. Second.
Lewis, all in favor?
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore, Councillor Moore, Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
Yes.
Mayor Manal,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. Now, I need a mover and second of bylaw number 20-49, being a bylaw to amend zoning bylaw 18-22, insofar as it relates to the property owned by Nilam Holsteins, Jordan Valance, located at lot 3, concession 11. We get a first, second, third reading and properly signed and sealed.
I'll move it.
Moved by
second that.
Widner, seconder by
Chester.
by Galinsky, all in favor?
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore, Councillor Moore, Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
Yes.
Mayor Manal,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you.
There's no-
We'll move on to drains. We'll call the meeting to order and I'll call upon the engineer to present the drainage report. So who's doing the drainage report for the Taylor Drain?
I am. It's Andrew Gildesi here.
Okay, go ahead, Andrew.
So it's Andrew Gildesi here from Cyril J. DeMeyer Limited. And this is branch C of the Taylor Municipal Drain. This drain is a result of a petition for drainage under Section 4 of the Drainage Act, brought about by a condition of severance or consent by Peter and Elizabeth Friesen. The project is located at the northeast corner of Hacienda Road and John Wise Line, the community of Luton. A little background history. The Taylor Drain was constructed in 2006 and then updated again in 2009 for Branch A, both under reports by Spreed Associates. The proposed Branch C will extend the drain north for a total of 103.5 meters of 200 millimeter diameter pipe. This is north from John Wise Line, and there'll be a total of 3 catch basins installed on that line. The final 2 catch basins at the north end of the system will provide a legal outlet for the retained and severed lots as part of the severance. Both of those lots will front onto Hacienda Road. The cost of the construction for this project is entirely borne by the developer, who is Peter and Elizabeth Friesen. However, the adjacent landowners, there are several that do benefit from the drain, will be assessed for maintenance on the drain should there be any required in the future. And that is my summary.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Diana, is there anyone submitted any comments?
Through you, Your worship, no comments have been received.
Okay, members of council, any comments? Anyone online that wish to make a comment? Thank you. Andrew, can you explain the next steps?
If approved by council, we go ahead and we move ahead with the Court of Revision, which we have a tentative date scheduled for in about a month, 3 weeks or so. If council at the Court of Revision, anyone who objects to their assessment can voice their concerns at that time and can look to make any changes to their assessment. Following that, this drain is going to go out for tenders, I believe, tomorrow. And then tenders are anticipated to close August 28th. And then it'll move for construction later this fall with a completion date, hopefully before Christmas.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. So I mean, a mover and second, the engineer's report for the Taylor Drain Branch C is prepared by CGDL Consulting Engineers dated July 6th be accepted. Bylaw number 20-50 being a bylaw to provide for the Taylor Drain Branch C drainage work be read a first, second time and provisionally adopted. Okay, moved by Cerna, seconder.
Second it.
Lewis, all in favor?
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore. Councillor Moore,
That's me, yes.
Hey,
And
Max,
here on
you're
the
here.
Max.
field.
Hey, Max.
Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes,
carried.
thank you. Now, mover and second, the Court of Revision for the Taylor Drain Branch C be scheduled to be held on September 3rd, 2020 at 7:30. Mover and second, please.
Jaguar, I'll move.
Moved by Jaguar, seconder by Lewis, all in favor?
Second,
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore,
yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes,
carried.
thank you. Now, mover and second, the tenders for the construction of the Taylor Drain Branch C be requested for August 28th, 2020 at 11 a.m. Mover and seconder.
Move it.
Moved by Moore. Seconder,
I'll second it.
second by Cerna, all in favor?
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore,
Yes.
Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky, Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes,
carried.
okay, we're doing the Ryan Drain. Andrew, you're doing the next one?
Yes, that's correct.
Give us an overview, please.
Yes, so this is the S. Ryan Municipal Drain, Branch B extension. And it is, again, the result of a petition for drainage under Section 4 of the Drainage Act, brought about again by a condition of consent for a severance. The project is located on Springfield Road, County Road 40, approximately half a kilometer south of Summers Corner Highway 3. Little background history again. The S. Ryan Municipal Drain was constructed in several parts beginning around 1966 with the latest branch being built around 2008 under the final report, again, prepared by Street Associates. The proposed drain consists of 110.6 meters of 200 millimeter diameter pipe and includes 3 catch basins. The new drain crosses 2 existing driveways that are part of, one is the neighbor's driveway, one is the petitioner's driveway. Both of those driveways will be restored as part of the works. And an existing driveway culvert will also have to be removed as part of the works. Both the retained and severed land lots will have access to a legal outlet with catch basins located on the property. And a new driveway culvert is also needed to be installed for the severed or the new building lot. Again, the cost of the construction will be paid entirely by the developer or the petitioners. Adjacent landowners who benefit by the installation of the drain will have future maintenance assessed to them if there should be any maintenance required in the future. With this drain, the owners have made an arrangement with an approved contractor to complete the construction of the drain, and the work is anticipated again to be completed this fall.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Diane, has anyone submitted any comments?
Through you, Your Worship, no comments have been received.
Okay. Any questions or comments from council? Seeing none, anyone in that is online wish to make a comment? Okay, what's the next steps there, Andrew?
Again, if approved by council tonight, we'll proceed to the Court of Revision, where again, any of the assessed landowners can have the opportunity to voice any concerns. Following the Court of Revision, the owners can then move to construction of the drain this fall.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Okay, moving to the second engineer's report for the S. Ryan Drain Branch B as submitted by CJDL. Consulting engineers delayed July 6, 2020 be accepted. The bylaw number 20-51 being a bylaw to provide the S. Ryan Drain Branch B. Drainage work be read a first, second time and provisionally adopted.
I'll move.
Moved by Widner, seconder by,
I'll second it.
is that Cerna?
Yep.
All in favor?
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore, Councillor Moore,
I know he's there.
Yes.
There he goes.
I had the one next.
Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. Now, mover and second, the quarter revision for the S. Ryan Drain Branch B be scheduled to be held on September 3rd, 2020 at 7:30 p.m. Mover and seconder.
Move it.
Moved by Lewis, seconder.
Jaguar,
Jaguar, all in favor?
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore,
Yes.
Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. And finally, mover and seconder, the tenders for the construction of the S. Ryan Drain Branch D be requested for August 28, 2020 at 11 a.m.
Move it.
Moved by Lewis, seconder.
I'll second it.
Second by Cerna, all in favor?
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore, Councillor Moore, Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. All right, let's move on to the next drain, which is the Crowley Road Drain 24. Andrew, give us an overview, please.
This is County Road 24 drain, Branch A. Similar to the last two projects, this drain is the result of a petition for drainage under Section 4 of the Drainage Act, as signed by Jason, Colleen, and Susan Peckham, and Sandra Ricketts. It is to satisfy the conditions of consent for the development of 2 building lots. The project is located on Dexter Line, County Road 24, in the community of Port Bruce. The existing section of the County Road 24 drain was constructed around 2003 to provide an outlet for roadside ditches and drainage along a section of the county road. Only the outlet that was constructed at that time was incorporated as a municipal drain, and it did not include any of the portions alongside the road. So we completed a video inspection of those existing drains, found them to be in not so great condition, and then it was decided that they would not be suitable to be incorporated into that municipal drain. So that in turn meant that we now needed to provide a new outlet along the county road to the 2 proposed severances. So the new drain will include 63.4 meters of 375 diameter pipe, 45.6 meters of 300 diameter pipe, and an additional 25.4 meters of 200 diameter pipe. In total, there are 4 catch basins proposed, 2 along the county road, and then 2 on the proposed building lots. For this particular project, the cost of the drain will be shared by both the petitioners and the County of Elgin, who are benefiting from the installation of the new outlet. And that's all. That's it. That's all I have for this one.
Okay, thank you, Andrew.
Yep.
Diana, was there any submission by or any comments by anyone?
Through you, no comments have been received.
Okay, questions from council?
Yeah, just one for Andrew, if I could.
Go ahead, Mark.
Is that the north side of the Dexter line? Is that where we're?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You should have lots of fall, I guess, right?
Yes, it's a very steep section of road. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else from council? Once again, Andrew, the next steps?
Next steps, again, if approved by council tonight, we move to the court of revision, where, again, anybody who's assessed on the drain can make comments or concerns known to council. Following approval by council that day, we again move to construction later this fall.
Thank you. So mover and second, engineer's report for the County Road 24 drain branch A, prepared by CJDL Consulting Engineers, dated July 8, 2020, be accepted. File number 20-52 being a bylaw to provide for the County Road 24 drain branch A, work to be read a first and second time, provisionally adopted. Mover and seconder for that.
Move it.
Moved by Moore, seconder, second by Galinsky, all in favor.
Counselor Woodner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky, Deputy Mayor Jager,
yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. And a mover and seconder of the court of revision for the County Road 24 drain branch A be scheduled to be held on September 3rd, 2020 at 7:30 p.m. Mover and seconder for that.
I'll move.
Jagger,
Moved by Jager, second by Serta. All in favor?
Counselor Woodner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jager,
yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. And finally, the tenders for the construction of the County Road 24 drain branch A be requested for August 28th, 2020 at 11 p.m. Mover and seconder.
Jagger,
Jager,
Second it.
second by Lewis. All in favor?
Counselor Woodner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jager,
yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Okay, we'll move on to the Fuller Drain. It says Peter Penner. Is Peter there or are you doing this?
Peter should be here.
Okay,
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
hi, Peter.
Good evening.
Could
Andrews
you give
left.
us an overview, please?
Yes, this is the Fuller Drain branches B and C. And this is obviously going to be of particular interest to Council as Malahide was the petitioner for this drain. And it was under Section 4 of the Drainage Act. And is to provide an outlet for the agribusiness park on Hacienda Road. This drain has a little more of a complication with it. With the agribusiness park, it creates a lot more runoff with the construction of the buildings and parking lots out there. And each of the properties in the business park will have to provide some attenuation of water so as not to overload the existing portion of the Fuller Drain. Currently, there's the W.H. Ashton drain that bisects the property. It cuts through the police college and picked up the agribusiness park and also some farmlands in behind it. And the condition of that is not fully known. It was a 7-inch clay tile, and all the catch basins on that drain were full of gravel, and it does not appear that it was working properly anymore. The Fuller Drain fully encompasses this property to the south and the north, the tributary area for it. So it became obvious that we would want to just construct a branch of to the Fuller Drain that would replace the Ashton Drain. The capacity of the Fuller Drain is quite limited. It was designed for farm drainage in the range of a 1/2 inch per hour. And with the business park, normally you're going to switch horses here and go with a 2-year design flow. And that's where we're going to need the stormwater management to slow it down. But to only give them a 1/2 inch, or actually we had to even cut it back a little more to about 3/8 of an inch in 24 hours for the business park. We had to get a little creative on this one. So what we've done is the drain will be constructed with, it's 477 meters on branch B between the main drain of the Fuller Drain and up to the 3rd lot in the business park. And it's 450, going down to 375 diameter. But right at our connection to the Fuller Drain, we put a manhole structure on the drain and then an overflow catch basin or ditch inlet right next to it. And there's only an 8-inch pipe connection, 200 millimeter, between this overflow catch basin and the Fuller Drain. So when we have a strong runoff event from rainfall, snow melt, it will surcharge out of this catch basin, which is right beside Hacienda Road, and it's in a grass portion of the drain there. And the overflow will come to the surface and go through the large diameter culvert that's it's a 7.5 meter diameter culvert, and it has lots of capacity, right up to 100-year capacity through there. So that's how we're protecting the drain from surcharging. We had to increase the pipe from an agricultural tubing to a sealed pipe, so any surcharging does not cause any blowouts on the drain. And we also needed to maintain flow from the farmland to the west of the agribusiness park, College Line Farms. And that's where branch C comes in. That was extended from branch B to the west 225 meters, and that's a 250 millimeter 10-inch diameter pipe there with just a single catch basin at the end. And Bob Lopez was contacted by the Shackletons about the College Line Farms to ensure that they did have an outlet that was prior to council meeting today. And we assured them that we were picking up the original tributary of the Ashton Drain and providing a connection for them right at the top end of the branch C. So they were satisfied with that. I also spoke with Peter Gunther, who purchased the southerly lot of the 3 lots created at the Agribusiness Park today. And he assured him that we haven't changed the design from what he was promised when he purchased the lot. We're providing the drainage outlet at the capacity discussed, so he had no concerns with that. He has moved forward with starting construction of his facility out there, a really large building, if any of you have been by there, and good sized parking area as well. And he will be proceeding with installation of his storm sewer system on site basically immediately. He's just waiting for the septic system to finish that, so he doesn't have to cross over back and forth. So that'll be moving ahead, and he needs this outlet to provide an outlet for him. There'll be a little bit of water backing up in his system until this is constructed. The assessment for this, as Malahide is the proponent, very similar to a severance condition, Malahide does become assessed 100% of the cost of this drain, as we're just maintaining what was there for the other farmers adjacent to it. The county road, the ditch, will still be utilized for major flows that exceed a 2-year capacity. And there's a slight regrading that's happening just to give us a consistent grade along the county road ditch with this project as well. Tender documents have been prepared, and that I believe is an overview of the drain.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Diana, was there any comments from submitted?
Through you, your worship, no comments have been received.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from council? Anyone that is there online wish to make comments? Okay, Peter, the next process.
All subject to council approval, we'll go ahead with a tender of this with a closing date for the 28th of August, same as the other drainage works. And we've looked for completion of the drainage works by the 4th of December, near the beginning of December. And court of revision will be parallel with the other ones as well on the 3rd of September, subject to council approval. Okay,
Thank you, Peter. All right, moving second, engineer's report for the Fuller Drain Branch B and C is prepared by CGDL Consulting Engineers dated July 22nd, 2020 be accepted. Bylaw number 20-53 being about to provide for Fuller Drain Branches B and C drainage work. You read a first and second time, provisionally adopted.
I'll move it.
Moved by Lewis, seconder,
I'll second it.
second by Widner, all in favor.
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore,
Yes.
Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes,
carried.
thank you. Now I'll move her to second of the court of revision for the Fuller Drain Branch B and C be scheduled to be held on September 3rd, 2020 at 7:30 p.m. Mover and seconder.
Move it.
Moved by Lewis, seconder,
Second.
second by Moore, all in favor.
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore,
Yes.
Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes,
carried.
thank you. And finally, mover and seconder the tenders for the construction of Fuller 24 branches B and C be requested for August 28th, 2020 at 11 a.m.
Jaguar,
Moved by Jaguar, seconder,
Galinsky.
second by Galinsky, all in favor.
Councillor Widner,
Yes.
Councillor Moore,
Yes.
Councillor Cerna,
Yes.
Councillor Lewis,
Yes.
Councillor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jiguer,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. Brent, are you there?
I'm here, Your Worship.
Okay, your report.
Yes, good evening, Your Worship and Council. I have two reports before you this evening. Two activity reports. The one first, obviously, is for June, and second will be for July. I will be happy to answer any questions you may have regarding them.
Okay, questions for Brent?
Through you, Your Worship.
Go ahead.
Brent, just a question. Is there any chance of getting a quarterly report on response times? I seen the write-up in the paper there, and that was sort of a good thing, but I've had some inquiries and just, it'd be easier for us to know, sort of.
I can do that. Yes, we normally wait till the end of the year
Okay,
because it's obviously skewed considerably if we just do it quarterly.
okay,
But it is possible. We certainly can look at everything that's been done in this second quarter, I guess. Yes.
okay, awesome. Thank you.
So just so I can clarify, you are looking for dispatch time to first truck on scene time?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any other questions for the June report? Seeing none. Mover and second report number F2007 entitled Emergency Services Activity Report, June be received.
I'll move it.
Moved by Galinsky, second by
I'll second it.
Cerna. All in favor?
Counselor Whitner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky, Deputy Mayor Jiguer,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. And July report. Any questions on the July report, Brent?
Just a small thing, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead, Dominic.
Just a follow-up on the request on the electronic sign. I think previously we discussed the possibility of removing the portion of the sign that says fire safety message. I noticed earlier this week, particularly, I know for sure at South Station, it was still there, which prevents you the time to actually read the actual fire safety message. So I'm hoping we can fix that.
Yes, we can. I talked to Michelle today as well about that. Chris Cox is the one that actually puts it onto the sign. I think everything's been put on for a year and it just gets tabulated on when it clicks over on the calendar. So I believe Michelle, if not, I will reach out to him to maybe check for the remainder of the year to make sure that's removed.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Through you, Your Worship, I have been in contact with Chris and he will follow up.
Okay, good. Thank you, Michelle. Any other questions on the July report?
I just have a comment, if I could.
Go ahead, Mark.
Brett, you put in the median age, which that's kind of interesting. It's obvious that it changes from month to month. That's kind of interesting. Is there any rhyme or reason, or is that the way it is all across the area?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first part, Councilor Wood.
Your median age, you had like 70 for the month before, this month we're 61. It's just kind of interesting the numbers change so much. Is that a normal occurrence? Or?
I would say that it is. You know, it truly does change from month to month. It's sort of just, again, it's our average as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no trending. It's just, it's sort of dependent. Certainly summertime, I guess we potentially do see younger. So the numbers will tend to be younger based on accidents and such. Things that cause anaphylactic reaction, so that could bring the average age down, but there's no magic to it.
Yeah, just interesting material.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Brent on the July report? Seeing none, mover and second, report number F2009 entitled Emergency Service Activity Report July be received.
Move it.
Moved by Moore, seconder,
Second it.
second by Lewis. All in favor?
Counselor Whitner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jiguer,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes,
carried.
thank you. Now,
Thank you.
Is Matt there, or are you doing this one, Michelle?
Yep, I'm here, Your Worship.
Oh, okay, Matt, I thought you were on
There we go.
holiday.
Oh, no, that was last week, actually.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yes, so good evening, Your Worship and Council. The first report I have for you this evening relates to the purchasing of precast culverts required for the replacement of the existing Pressy Line Bridge and culvert at the Shively Neff and Bear Creek drains, which are located just west of Carter Road. As Council will recall, the 2020 Capital Works Program identified the replacement of these two structures, which have both reached the end of their useful life, which was identified in the 2018 Bridge Inspection Program. So CJDL completed the environmental assessment for this work, which was posted on the township's website at the end of July. And upon receipt of the final design of the project, township staff tendered for the supply and delivery of these two box culverts, which closed on July 23rd. We did receive 3 bids ranging from $380,285 to $642,345. So the complete construction project as a whole is not being tendered out to a contractor, but rather the township roads department staff will be constructing the works. So in order to complete the work before the winter control season starts, the delivery of these culvert pieces is required by October 1st. So we believe it's this tight timeline that would account for the large difference in pricing between the bidders. All bids that were received were compliant with the tender documents, and the low bidder, being Coldstream Concrete, has a good history of successful performance in the precast supply industry, and as well good experience with township staff. So this low bid by Coldstream is within the budgeted amount for the work, and staff are recommending a contract be awarded accordingly.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Questions from Matt on the culvert? Hearing none, mover and seconder, report number PS 20-41 entitled Tender Results, Pressy Line Culvert Supply and Delivery be received. The Pressy Line Culvert Supply and Delivery be awarded to Coldstream Concrete Limited in the amount of $380,285.30 plus HST. And the mayor and clerk be authorized to enter an agreement with Coldstream Concrete Limited of Ilderton, Ontario, for the purpose of the supply and delivery of 2 precast concrete culverts for Pressy Line.
Move it.
Moved by Moore, seconder
Second.
by Lewis. All in favor?
Counselor Whitner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jiguer,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes,
carried.
thank you. Go ahead, Matt, on the Van Rugen petition.
So yes, through your worship, this next report relates to a drainage petition the township received by a landowner on Lions Line. As council may recall, there's another landowner at 51655 Lions Line that had petitioned the township for drainage in early June to extend branch 2 of the W Shively drain to the north side of Lions Line in order to provide a legal outlet for their property. Following which, Spree Associates were appointed to prepare the required drainage report. Following that appointment, an additional neighboring landowner on the north side of Lions Line similarly petitioned the township for drainage on the W Shively drain branch 1. So accordingly, staff are recommending that John Spree of Spree Associates be appointed to prepare the required engineer's report. It being noted that Spree Associates are also currently appointed to prepare the report on the neighboring drain.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Questions from Matt on this petition? Hearing none, mover and seconder, report number PS 2037 entitled Petition for Drainage Van Rugen petition be received. That John M. Spreet, professional engineer of Spreet's Associate, be appointed to prepare an engineer's report for the Van Rugen petition. It being noted, petitioner is requesting this petition be incorporated in the engineer's report currently being prepared for the construction of a new branch of the W. Shavli drain.
I'll move it.
Moved by Galinsky,
I'll second it.
second by Cerna. All in favor?
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jager,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. Next, we have the Simpson drain. Who's doing this? Mike DeVos?
No, I'll be doing this one as well.
Okay, go ahead, Matt.
So through you, your worship, the Simpson drain was originally constructed around 1909, providing drainage to a large watershed which encompassed much of the village of Springfield. Subsequently, in 1985, parts of the Simpson drain were reconstructed and a new report updated. So following recent repairs on the Simpson drain, staff have reviewed that both the 1909 and 1985 assessments are out of date, as there have been many land divisions over the years that are not currently reflected in the current assessment schedules. So the cost of the repairs currently are not able to be fairly distributed. So the township has a duty under the Drainage Act to ensure that these assessment schedules are kept up to date, to ensure that these maintenance activities on drains are fairly assessed to those that are benefited by the drainage works. So a new assessment schedule is required for the Simpson drain to fairly account for all landowners within the watershed. So this issue of outdated assessments is now taken care of, given the processes of the Elgin County Land Division Committee, as a severance requirement that an updated assessment schedule is required, which mitigates the expense of requiring a Section 76 drainage report to revise an existing assessment schedule. So staff are recommending that Speed Associates be appointed to prepare the required engineer's report and update the assessment schedules required by Section 76 of the Drainage Act to ensure that these costs are fairly distributed.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Questions for Matt on this one? Hearing none, mover and seconder, report number PS 2039 entitled Drain Report Reassessment Simpson Drain be received. That Mike DeVos, professional engineer of Speech Associates, be appointed to prepare an engineer's report for the reassessment of the Simpson drain. Mover and seconder.
Jager, I'll move.
Moved by Jager.
Second it.
Second by Lewis. All in favor?
Counselor Moore,
Abstain.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jager,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. Now, the next one on the severances is Scott or Michelle doing this? Who's doing it?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I will be speaking to the two severance applications for the Development and Community Services Department for this evening. The first one is severance E22 of 20. This is an application by David and Jacqueline Fair. They're proposing to create, through consent, one new farm surplus residence at 53250 College Line. They will be retaining an 8.87 acre agricultural parcel. The staff have reviewed the application and find that it does conform to the township official plan and are recommending that council support the application.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Questions for Michelle on the severance? Hearing none, mover and seconder, report number DCS 20/22 entitled Severed Application E22-20 be received. This report before the Land Division Committee for its review and consideration, and there are 9 conditions.
So moved.
Moved by Serta, all in favor?
A seconder,
I'll second it.
Second by Widner, all in favor?
Counselor Widner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jager,
Yes.
Mayor Manel?
Yes.
Carried.
Do we need two motions on this, Michelle?
I don't believe so. Diana, that one covers both, right? Yes, sorry. Your worship, yeah, the one motion is sufficient.
Okay. Move on to the next application.
The next one is severance application E23 of 20. This is an application by Donor Farm Limited. They're proposing to create through consent one new farm surplus residence of 1.44 acres. The applicant will be retaining 131 acres of agricultural parcel left, and that's going to be at 53233 Nova Scotia line. And staff have reviewed this. There are a number of conditions that are going to be placed on this consent, but it does conform to the township's official plan and zoning bylaw, and staff are recommending that council support the application.
Thank you. Questions for Michelle on this application? Hearing none, mover and seconder, report number DCS 20-23 entitled Severance Application E23-20 be received. This report before the Land Division Committee for its review and consideration. Mover and seconder, please.
I'll move it.
Moved by Lewis, seconder,
Jiguer.
Jiguer, all in favor?
Counselor Whitner?
Yes.
Counselor Moore?
Yes.
Counselor Cerna?
Yes.
Counselor Lewis?
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jiguer?
Yes.
Mayor Manel?
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you. Nothing for the treasurer?
No, your worship.
Okay, pandemic report.
Yes, your worship. I have 3 reports for council's consideration this evening. The first is to provide an update on the status of operations for the municipality and some recommendations that the municipal staff as well as the emergency control group are suggested to be taken over the next few months. There are a number of actions that have been taken to date, and these are the recommendations going forward. Unless the council wishes me to review all of the background, I'm prepared to just answer questions that council might have.
Okay, thanks, Michelle. Questions from Michelle on pandemic review? Seeing none. There are a number that we are dealing with, but I'll just read the top paragraph. Report number CAO 20-09 entitled COVID-19 Pandemic Emergency Status Update be received. Municipal Staff Director take the following action to address ongoing risk and effects of the COVID-19 pandemic while minimizing a disruption of essential municipal services to our residents. And there are a number of things that we are doing. Mover and seconder for that.
I'll move it.
Moved by Cerna, seconder.
I'll second it.
Second by Lewis, all in favor?
Counselor Whitner?
Yes.
Counselor Moore?
Yes.
Counselor Cerna?
Yes.
Counselor Lewis?
You know it.
Counselor Galinsky?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jiguer?
Yes.
Mayor Manel?
Yes,
Carried.
thank you.
And your worship,
Electronic,
if I may, just as a follow-up to that report, included in that report was information related to financing and the new funding that the provincial and federal governments had announced previously, the Safe Start Agreement. I am very pleased to advise council that we found out yesterday that the municipality's allocation under that funding program is going to be $195,100.
Wow.
So that funding is being provided by the federal and provincial governments to assist the municipalities in maintaining their critical services during the pandemic. Staff, as you are well aware, have been tracking all of our COVID-related costs, and we will be able to report back to council at a future report in September as to the status of our financial situation at that point and how we will be using this funding.
That's based on a per capita basis?
Per household,
Household, okay.
per
Thank you,
household, yes.
That'll put us in the black?
At this stage, yes, we don't anticipate that we will be expending more than our allocation. The allocation is set up that if we don't spend it all in 2020, we do have the ability to utilize it in 2021, as we will also, we're pretty confident we will see increased expenses in 2021, at least for a period of 2021, as a result of the COVID pandemic.
Okay, that's good news, Michelle. Thank you. Questions for
Staff
Michelle?
were very pleased when we received the notification.
Goodness, Al. Good.
Go ahead, Mark.
Yes, thank you. Under H, you've got hall rentals at South Dorchester Community Hall, and you've got one person kitchen rentals. So does that just mean that, like, if Donald Lund rented the hall, that would cover the group to do the Harvest Bowl projects?
Harvest Bowl is definitely included in that, yes.
Okay, that's good. Hopefully it'll be able to go this year the way things are going. Thank you.
Any
So-
other questions?
One
Go ahead,
question.
Dominique.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just going back to the funding announcement, so is it your understanding then it's not tied to actual expenses? So it's a flat fee and there will be no reporting or tracking that'll be needed?
Through your worship, no, actually, there is going to be a reporting format. We haven't received the template that we'll be required to complete, but they did put us on notice that we will have to show what we spent the money on and demonstrate that it's related to the COVID. The treasurer has just logged on if she may have some additional information.
So go ahead.
Through you, your worship, they
Anything else, Aaron?
they have
Go
indicated
ahead.
that we will be required to explain what costs we are reporting, and they have also indicated that there will be a phase 2 of funding, which will be very strictly based on specific costs being identified beforehand by the municipality. So the first phase they have announced across the board allocations on a per household basis. So because municipalities have already lobbied and shown the expenses today, but further expenses will be based on much more strongly and stringently developed estimates as such.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Aaron, this will not only be loss, our expenses, but loss of revenue. Are both of those covered?
Yes, right now it was fairly general in the letter. Whether they specifically ask, it basically indicates operating costs suffered. So loss of revenue is a cost of business, I would say, and it would fall in the same category. But it would remain to be determined if
Okay.
the template comes through.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions for either Michelle or Aaron? All right, let's move on to electronic participation.
Yes, your worship, through you, the
Michelle?
report is a recommendation to amend council's procedure bylaw to enable the continuation of electronic participation for members of council even after the existing emergency situation ends. Again, the report is fairly straightforward, so we're just looking to seek council's direction that they wish to continue the option to enable electronic participation going forward. And then if that's the case, we will prepare the necessary amendment and bring a bylaw back for council's consideration at a future meeting.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. I agree with the electronic participation. I don't want to do this on a regular basis, but in the event of ice storms, what have you, it would be nice to have that option where we can still carry on and not endanger our lives by going out on the roads when we shouldn't be. So I'm certainly in favor of it. So questions to Michelle? Okay.
Through you, your
We're
worship.
done. Mover and second report. Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, it's a convenience, but it's not what it is either. So yeah, if it's not mandatory, myself, I support as many as can be together safely, definitely safely, but you're not talking about something that's gonna be every meeting, are we?
No, through your worship,
No.
this would allow an
I'm
option
just saying,
to participate electronically, but it would definitely not be mandatory. So if you wish to be in person, those in-person meetings would continue. However, if there were some members that were unable to attend in person but wanted to still participate, they would be allowed to participate electronically in addition and still have the opportunity to vote and be counted in quorum.
Oh, yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, okay, thank you.
you're good with that, Scott?
Oh, yeah.
Any other questions? Hearing none. Mover and seconder report number CAO 211 entitled Amendment to the Procedural Bylaw to continue electronic participation be received and the clerk be directed to prepare the necessary bylaw to amend the council procedure bylaw to continue electronic participation by council members.
I can move that now.
Moved by
Move it.
Lewis, seconder. Second by
Second.
Moore, all in favor.
Counselor Widner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Oh, yeah.
Counselor Galinsky, Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
Yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
And through your
Thank you.
worship, the last report I have for
One
council's
more, health and
consideration
safety.
this evening is a housekeeping report essentially. For those members of council, you'll recall that each year, the employer must annually review their health and safety policy, update it if necessary, and then post it and make sure that we maintain a program to enable or to ensure all employees are trained and provided with the necessary training as required. So again, the policy has been drafted. It is the same wording as in previous years, and we're looking for authorization for the mayor and myself to sign the policy on behalf of the corporation.
Okay, thanks, Michelle. Questions for Michelle? Hearing none. Mover and seconder report number SSHS 2001 entitled Health and Safety Policy be received. The mayor and chief administrative officer be authorized to sign the health and safety policy on behalf of the corporation.
I'll move it.
Mover and seconder?
I'll move.
Moved by Cerna, seconder.
I'll second it.
Seconder? Second by Galinsky? All in favor? We got you, Jess.
Counselor Widner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yeah.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. Next, we have reports of outside boards. Any questions or comments on either the remuneration or the police costing? Hearing no questions, mover and seconder. Following reports of committees and outside boards to be noted and filed, number 1 and number 2. Any mover and seconder, please.
I'll move it.
Second.
Moved by Widner, seconder. Seconded
Second.
by Moore, all in favor.
Counselor Widner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jaguar,
yes,
Mayor Manel,
Yes,
carried.
thank you. Yeah, we have a lot of items on consideration. On July the, gotta get my dates right. July the 9th and 16th, was there any 14 items? Anyone wish to make comment, questions? Seeing none, receive and filed on the first 14.
Jagger, I'll move.
Moved by Jagger, seconder.
Second it.
Second by
Chairman.
Lewis. All in favor?
Brunel, are you talking about the correspondence?
Correspondence, there's two sections of correspondence. One's got 14 and the other has 9, I think.
I would like out two in
11.
section, number 4 and number 5. The town of,
The town of Gore Bay,
and the police services, and the training. And the second one, full-time positions for casual and part-time laborers and long-term care homes. Since that appears to be where a lot of the problem of the COVID hit hard.
okay, I don't have any issues. Does anybody have any issues with supporting number 4 and 5? Hearing none, we're supporting number 4 and 5 and receive and file the balance. Mover and seconder,
I'll move it.
moved by Lewis, seconder.
I'll second it.
Second by Galinsky. All in favor?
Counselor Widner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yep.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jagger,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Okay, the next set of correspondence, there is 11 items. Anyone wish to make comment, support for the second item? No burning issues. Receive and file the second agenda for correspondence.
Move it.
Moved by Moore, seconder.
Jagger.
Second by Jagger. All in favor?
Counselor Widner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yes.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jagger,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. Anything under other business?
Yeah, I just have something if I could.
Go ahead, Mark.
That'd be for Matt, I guess. I see we got a lot of the lines repainted on our roads this week. Last week, I want to congratulate them. They matched the existing line profiles really well. And it might not be straight, but they sure colored over them. That's great. It makes a big difference. I've had some comments on that. And I'd just like to thank the residents of this township. I mean, you drive around this township, there's a lot of people cutting their ditches on their own machines and stuff. Some roads is almost totally cut with lawnmowers. Makes it look really, really nice, and they should be congratulated for spending their time and their money and keeping the township really nice looking. So just a thank you for all the people doing that. It looks great.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Mayor Mennel, if I may.
Go ahead, Rick.
I've been traveling to town through the Glen Colin area, our new community safety zone, and I'm very impressed with watching the people driving on that road. They're doing the speed limit. Nobody's going up and down there breakneck speed anymore. Everybody seems to be adhering to what we've wanted to do out there. As a matter of fact, I told a fellow counselor one time, I thought a horse and buggy was gonna pass the car. That's how slow the car was going. So, no, my hat's off to the residents too, that they're actually doing and fulfilling what we wanted to do out there. So I'm very, very happy with that.
Oh, that's good.
Good
Good news,
job.
Rick.
It's great news. Okay,
Good
thank you.
news. I'm glad to hear that. Any other business? Okay, we'll move on to bylaws. Michelle?
Your worship, through you, there's just one bylaw for council's consideration this evening, and that's to appoint Scott Sutherland formally as the chief building official. Council will recall that with the resignation of Eugenio DeMeo, Scott was appointed at the last meeting, but we hadn't had an opportunity to officially pass the bylaw. So this is what to do so.
Okay, thank you. And Scott is in this position until we appoint another CBO, correct?
Correct.
Questions for Michelle? Hearing none, mover and seconder bylaw number 20-47 being a bylaw to appoint chief building official for the township of Malahide, be given a first, second, third reading, properly signed and sealed.
I'll move it.
Moved by Cerna, seconder,
I'll second it.
second by Lewis. All in favor?
Counselor Widner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yep.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jager,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Thank you. Okay, we need a mover and seconder, council, move into closed session at 8:45. Pursuant to section 239-2 of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended, discuss a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local boards relating to property on Cressy Line. Mover and seconder?
Move it.
Move it.
Moved by Moore, seconder by Cerna. All in favor?
Yeah, sure.
Counselor Widner,
Yes.
Counselor Moore,
Yes.
Counselor Cerna,
Yes.
Counselor Lewis,
Yep.
Counselor Galinsky,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jager,
Yes.
Mayor Manel,
Yes.
carried.
Okay. I don't think this will take very long, so we will carry on as soon as staff is ready to go into the closed session.
Yes, Your Worship, I'll just end the live stream. You bear with me for a moment.
You give me, tell me when you're ready and then we'll carry on.